Hey guys, how's it going everybody? This is TheStormPow, and as you can tell by the title, I got my Hauppauge HD PVR back, and it is actually working now. It's actually a little bit of a funny story. I think about 2 weeks ago, I made a vlog saying mainly like what was happening. It would work, and I would get my signal on my TV, but as soon as I would plug the USB cord into my computer, then my screen on the TV would go black, and it wouldn't let me record. And, of course I was really mad about that because I'd spent, the money to get it and it wouldn't work. So I sent it back for repairs and I was expecting 3 to 5 weeks, but it actually only took about 2. They send it back to me and I plug it in, like, I was just upstairs and my sister had came home from work and she was holding this box and she just, like hands it to me and I was like, is that my Hauppauge? And she just said, I guess so, it's got your name on it. So I was like, cool. And I was all excited to plug it in, and I hooked everything up right, and then I plugged the USB in, and, well, it happened again, and I was so pissed off at that time because, I'd just gone through the repair, I had paid for the shipping on it and everything, and it still did not work, so I'd spent a good half hour still trying to see if I could fix it, and my dad came home, and, of course, he tends to do this sometimes. He had seen me sitting there being frustrated with it not working, and he tried to fix it, and I was like, okay, that's understandable. He wants to help me out. And he, just so he does not know much about these cords and everything. In fact, he had suggested to me, he said, are you sure that your USB, or he said, are you sure you don't need an HD USB cable? And I don't know if you know this or not, but there's no such thing as an HD USB cable. That was my phone really quick. Let me check that. Derp-a-derp. Okay, and so basically, like, I just let him mess around with it for a few minutes and, see what he could do with it, even though I really didn't figure he would get anywhere with it. And I left the room really quick to go do something, and I came back, and I looked on my computer, and sure enough, he had a picture on the TV and the computer, and I had to ask him, what the hell did you do? And he, had changed the settings on it to, like, apparently on my video input, for whatever reason, I had it set to, like, composite video or something, whereas I needed to have it set on YPBR, or whatever it is, with a bunch of those different letters, and I know he acted like he knew why that was the issue, but I could tell he was mainly just randomly changing around settings, but, I really didn't care at that point, because my dad ended up getting it to working, even if it was pretty much by a fluke or an accident, and I don't know what I was going to have to end up doing if I couldn't have done that, because I was not thinking to change the settings, which I'm sure that I would have at one point or another. I would have tried every single combination of settings to see what worked, but that was going to be the last thing I was trying. I was very convinced that it was a problem with either my drivers or the Hauppauge itself still. So I almost started to thinking, what if the Hauppauge that I had 2 weeks ago what was also set on composite video? I don't remember what it was set on, but I started to wonder, what if I didn't have to send that back? What if I'm just really, really dumb and did not think to try different settings? Because I'm pretty sure that it was on composite video by default when I got it, which it shouldn't be, because 9 out of 10 times when you're using one of these, you're going to use the YPBR thingy. And, but really, I just started to wonder, what if I could have saved 2 weeks of time just by changing around the settings, and I don't really know. I'm not going to argue with it, because I'm pretty sure that this Hauppauge that they sent me back, I don't think that it's my old one repaired. I'm pretty sure it's just a brand new one. This one looked a little shinier, so for all I know, they may have just polished up my old one and said, wow, this guy's really dumb. He couldn't even think to change his settings. We'll just send this back and let him figure it out himself. That's probably why it got sent back to me so fast, is because they didn't have to actually repair it. They probably just sent me back my old one or something. I don't know, but yeah, really, I'm just thrilled that I can actually use this now after so long, and I can't wait to start recording lots of stuff with it, and, yeah, if you guys have any games on the Xbox, because I can't really record on my PS3 now, because, our HDMI cable broke, and not to mention the fact that the, PVR doesn't even take HDMI, so I would have to get some sort of extender, or just get HD AV cables, and I'm not even positive if the PS3 takes those. I'm pretty sure it does, but, Yeah, so right now I'm pretty much only limited still to Xbox, and of course I can record PC games like I always have been able to. So if you guys have any kind of games that you would imagine that I have and you'd like to see videos of, let me know, and I'll definitely see what I can do, because right now I'm just really itching to record stuff, you know, after having this thing for so long and just now getting to be able to work right. I'm of course really anticipating using it and stuff. But yeah, I might also be uploading some small test videos, just because I'm still trying to figure out what are my best combinations with my render settings in Sony Vegas and all that. But for the most part, this is a pretty straightforward capture thing, so there's not a whole lot of things that I can try differently, you know. But yeah, so leave a comment if you have any suggestions you'd like to see, and otherwise I would like to thank you all for watching. Hope you have a nice day, and goodbye.